Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis. With the mental side of tennis, from my perspective as a fan, if you like, the two things that strike me in tennis compared to lots of other sports that I think make it a big mental challenge is, first of all, it's an individual sport. But secondly, so there's nowhere to hide. Like in football, in a team sport, you can just give the ball to another, teammate, and you cannot call for it if you like. But there's nowhere to hide. The other thing as well in tennis is again in something like football, you can be really nervous, but you can get a bit lucky. And of course, that can be the case in tennis. But basically, your body could be shaking when you're about to take a penalty. Okay, and you can still score because you can just put your foot through it, right? You just hit it as hard as you can. And actually, probably you will still score because of the odds on that.
Yeah.
But there's that in a sport such as darts, snooker, tennis, where you need to be pretty calm and you need to have a pretty steady hand. There's just nowhere to hide. Is there anything I'm missing, or am I underplaying something, or even overplaying?
No. I think you're 100% correct. I think the real tough thing about these sports and tennis in particular, because of how physical it is as well, is the relentlessness of point after point. And if you're nervous, you have to fight through those nerves sometimes for, an hour. and they might disappear for a while, but then suddenly, you're 5-all and it's tight again and you're feeling very tight and you have to manage it over and over again. And I think, the best players in the world just, use their tools and remember to use their tools in big moments. Because, once you get to pro level, it's not like any player doesn't kind of know what they have to do, but it's in the heat of that moment that they either don't remember because the brain is frying a little bit, or they don't have the courage to use them.
Yeah.
So, for us sitting there, I remember when Roger Federer had 2 match points against Novak at Wimbledon serving.
Yeah.
You're thinking serve and volley both.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Novak's not going to make a great return on both.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know whether what Roger was thinking, or maybe knew something more than I did, but that was my thinking. But he didn't, and they slipped through his hands. Now, to do that though in that moment takes a huge amount of courage.
Yeah.
And first to make the decision, and then secondly to follow through the decision like that. But then you've always got, and this is what's so tough for players. The other thing is, match point, make the person play. Don't serve and give them a quick volley or whatever. And that's another school of thought. But I think deep down, players get to a place where they have an instinct. And I think, I say this over and over again, the best players in the world are the most relaxed and the bravest. Because in those moments, when their instinct is telling them something, they are brave enough to follow it. And which is why, and again, it doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but I do think it starts to push the odds more in your favor. I'll just say one other thing is,
yeah,
I don't know if anybody's ever been go-karting or any kind of motor racing or watches motor racing,
mm-hmm.
but when a driver gets in the groove, they lap like within 0.1 of a second every lap, like in this unbelievable groove.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose that groove, when they're in that groove, it seems so easy. Just do it. It's like no hassle. But if they lose that groove, if they go a little too fast, then they slide out of a corner, they lose time. If they go a little too slow, then that's not effective. And the margins are so small to stay on that groove. And for players as well, when you go into something like the French Open or any tournament, but especially the big ones, you hope that you can get through that first match and find a groove. And if you get in that groove, then that gives you your best chances of winning, because then most stuff is happening automatically, which is the most effective. Everybody has a problem when they start to think on the court, and automatic is fastest and easiest because you know how to do things. And it's not like you don't register. I say when you're playing very well, you are aware of everything, but nothing distracts you. When you start to think, your thoughts start to distract you. And that's very difficult to manage. And if you can learn how to manage that and get yourself back in the groove a little faster than other players, that's obviously, helps with ranking and why certain players, are more consistent than others, because they tend to manage that better. I hope that makes sense anyway.
It does. It definitely does. There are with the mental side of tennis, from my perspective as a fan, if you like, the two things that strike me in tennis compared to lots of other sports that I think make it a big mental challenge is, first of all, it's an individual sport. But secondly, so there's nowhere to hide. Like in football, in a team sport, you can just give the ball to another, teammate, and you cannot call for it if you like. But there's nowhere to hide. The other thing as well in tennis is again in something like football, you can be really nervous, but you can get a bit lucky. And of course, that can be the case in tennis. But basically, your body could be shaking when you're about to take a penalty. Okay. and you can
Yeah.
still score because you can just put your foot through it, right? You
Yeah.
just hit it as hard as you can, and actually probably you will still score because of the odds on that.
Yeah.
But there's that in a sport such as darts, snooker, tennis, where you need to be pretty calm and you need to have a pretty steady hand. There's just nowhere to hide. Is there anything I'm missing, or am I underplaying something, or even overplaying?
No. I think you're 100% correct. I think the real tough thing about these sports and tennis in particular, because of how physical it is as well, is the relentlessness of point after point. And if you're nervous, you have to fight through those nerves sometimes for an hour. and they might disappear for a while, but then suddenly you're 5-all and it's tight again, and you're feeling very tight, and you have to manage it over and over again. And I think the best players in the world just use their tools and remember to use their tools in big moments. Because once you get to pro level, it's not like any player doesn't kind of know what they have to do, but it's in the heat of that moment that they either don't remember because the brain is frying a little bit, or they don't have the courage to use them.
Yeah.
So for us sitting there, I remember when Roger Federer had 2 match points against Novak at Wimbledon serving.
Yeah.
You're thinking serve and volley both.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Novak's not going to make a great return on both.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know whether what Roger was thinking, or maybe knew something more than I did, but that was my thinking. But he didn't, and they slipped through his hands. Now to do that though in that moment takes a huge amount of courage.
Yeah.
And first to make the decision, and then secondly to follow through the decision like that. But then you've always got, and this is what's so tough for players, the other thing is, match point, make the person play. Don't serve and give them a quick volley or whatever. And that's another school of thought. But I think deep down, players get to a place where they have an instinct. And I think, I say this over and over again, the best players in the world are the most relaxed and the bravest. Because in those moments, when their instinct is telling them something, they are brave enough to follow it. And which is why, and again, it doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but I do think it starts to push the odds more in your favor. I'll just say one other thing is, I don't know if anybody's ever been go-karting or any kind of motor racing or watches motor racing,
mm-hmm.
but when a driver gets in the groove, they lap like within 0.1 of a second every lap, like in this unbelievable groove.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose that groove, when they're in that groove, it seems so easy. Just do it. It's like no hassle. But if they lose that groove, if they go a little too fast, then they slide out of a corner, they lose time. If they go a little too slow, then that's not effective. And the margins are so small to stay on that groove. And for players as well, when you go into something like the French Open or any tournament, but especially the big ones, you hope that you can get through that first match and find a groove. And if you get in that groove, then that gives you your best chances of winning, because then most stuff is happening automatically, which is the most effective. Everybody has a problem when they start to think on the court, and automatic is fastest and easiest because you know how to do things. And it's not like you don't register. I say when you're playing very well, you are aware of everything, but nothing distracts you. When you start to think, your thoughts start to distract you. And that's very difficult to manage. And if you can learn how to manage that and get yourself back in the groove a little faster, then than other players. That's obviously, helps with ranking and why certain players, are more consistent than others, because they tend to manage that better. I hope that makes sense anyway.
It does. It definitely does. There are with the mental side of tennis, from my perspective as a fan, if you like, the two things that strike me in tennis compared to lots of other sports, that I think make it a big mental challenge is, first of all, it's an individual sport. But secondly, so there's nowhere to hide. Like in football, in a team sport, you can just give the ball to another, teammate, and you cannot call for it if you like. But there's nowhere to hide. The other thing as well in tennis is again in something like football, you can be really nervous, but you can get a bit lucky. And of course, that can be the case in tennis. But basically, your body could be shaking when you're about to take a penalty. Okay, and you can still score because you can just put your foot through it, right? You just hit it as hard as you can. And actually, probably you will still score because of the odds on that.
Yeah.
But there's that in a sport such as darts, snooker, tennis, where you need to be pretty calm and you need to have a pretty steady hand. There's just nowhere to hide. Is there anything I'm missing, or am I underplaying something, or even overplaying?
No. I think you're 100% correct. I think the real tough thing about these sports and tennis in particular, because of how physical it is as well, is the relentlessness of point after point. And if you're nervous, you have to fight through those nerves sometimes for, an hour. and they might disappear for a while, but then suddenly, you're 5-all and it's tight again, and you're feeling very tight, and you have to manage it over and over again. And I think, the best players in the world just, use their tools and remember to use their tools in big moments. Because, once you get to pro level, it's not like any player doesn't kind of know what they have to do, but it's in the heat of that moment that they either don't remember because the brain is frying a little bit, or they don't have the courage to use them.
Yeah.
So, for us sitting there, I remember when Roger Federer had 2 match points against Novak at Wimbledon serving.
Yeah.
You're thinking serve and volley both.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Novak's not going to make a great return on both.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know whether what Roger was thinking, or maybe knew something more than that I did, but that was my thinking. But he didn't, and they slipped through his hands. Now, to do that though in that moment takes a huge amount of courage.
Yeah.
And first to make the decision, and then secondly to follow through the decision like that. But then you've always got, and this is what's so tough for players. The other thing is, match point, make the person play. Don't serve and give them a quick volley or whatever. And that's another school of thought. But I think deep down, players get to a place where they have an instinct. And I think, I say this over and over again, the best players in the world are the most relaxed and the bravest. Because in those moments, when their instinct is telling them something, they are brave enough to follow it. And which is why, and again, it doesn't guarantee you're going to win, but I do think it starts to push the odds more in your favor. I'll just say one other thing is, I don't know if anybody's ever been go-karting or any kind of motor racing or watches motor racing,
mm-hmm.
but when a driver gets in the groove, they lap like within 0.1 of a second, every lap, like in this unbelievable groove.
Mm-hmm.
But if they lose that groove, when they're in that groove, it seems so easy. Just do it. It's like no hassle. But if they lose that groove, if they go a little too fast, then they slide out of a corner, they lose time. If they go a little too slow, then that's not effective. and the margins are so small to stay on that groove. And for players as well, when you go into something like the French Open or any tournament, but especially the big ones, you hope that you can get through that first match and find a groove. And if you get in that groove, then that gives you your best chances of winning, because then most stuff is happening automatically, which is the most effective. Everybody has a problem when they start to think on the court, and automatic is fastest and easiest, because you know how to do things. And it's not like you don't register. I say when you're playing very well, you are aware of everything, but nothing distracts you.
Ready? Play.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm plugged in. Are you plugged in? Have you voted in our poll? Right now, Nardi and Thiem have just got underway, with Nardi serving first, and it is currently 15 all on the indoor hard courts of Antwerp in Belgium. Please do get voting in our poll. Also join us in the live chat, where I just wrote, for example, that I was just finishing my dinner. So please join us there. Also get your comments in on Facebook, etc. And do like this video and subscribe if you're new. Nardi has now got an edged out a 30-15 lead in his first service game here. Do let me know your thoughts on tennis right now. Plenty of hot topics out there, I would suggest, whether that be what's up with Carlos Alcaraz? What about the return of Djokovic? We're still probably a good 10 days away from that in Paris. Who will end year-end number one? And same on the women's side, actually. Who will end year-end number one, too? Plenty to discuss. Nardi has indeed sealed his first game. So he leads 1-love. And, yeah. Please do let me know whether you're supporting Dominic Thiem today. What about Dominic Thiem? A late season resurgence for the US Open winner. Is that on the horizon? A first tournament victory in, I'm going to say, 3 years. US Open 2020. Has he won a tournament since the US Open 2020? I'm not so sure. This was, of course, a tournament here in Antwerp that did see a kind of renaissance for Andy Murray in years gone by, after several years in the doldrums or in the wilderness, or just purely injured. Hi, Elena. How are you? Tuning in from Canada. Are you still in Canada? Do let us know if you are still there. I've got Dominic Thiem on in Antwerp. I, of course, am off to Monastir on Thursday to cover the WTA 50 from Thursday onwards in Tunisia. So that's a lot to look forward to. Sadly, of course, Ons Jabeur had to pull out injured. That's a lovely backhand winner down the line there from Luca Nardi, by the way. So yeah, please do hit the like button, Elena, and no need to subscribe because I know you already have. But there was something else. Oh, and I've just been given an accreditation for the Billie Jean King Cup in Seville. So that is exciting too. It would be nice to see if I can get one more tournament in before the end of the year. But I'm pretty happy with that. Monastir, Tunisia, Billie Jean King Cup. We'll see about the Davis Cup. I know Elena is off to the Davis Cup in Malaga.
I will probably try. I might try the ATP Tour Finals as well, but that's a long shot. Bearing in mind, we're still pretty small. But if we get bigger, then we will be able to bring you more and more stuff closer to the action. Oh, you're back, Elena. Okay. Jet lag. I don't think I've ever had jet lag in my life. Honestly. I've still got a Chinese takeaway here that I've not quite managed to finish. Unfortunately, these guys started a little earlier. Hanfman finished the job in the previous match a little earlier than anticipated as Dominic Thiem takes a 40-15 lead. Lovely forehand there. A couple of loose backhands, but he got away with it. How did the tennis go? I know you were going to play tennis probably about a week ago, 10 days ago, I think it was. You were saying that you were going to put into practice some things. Yeah, so Billie Jean King Cup, I'm really pleased about that. I used to live in Seville. A couple of lovely forehands there from Dominic Thiem, by the way, to set up 40-15. I used to live in Seville in southern Spain. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'll be bringing you pretty much the Billie Jean King Cup from start to finish. I should be there in time for, unlike Monastir, where I couldn't get there until later in the tournament. I will be in Billie Jean King Cup. I'll be in Seville from the start of that tournament. We'll try Malaga, Davis Cup. You never know. And we will try Turin. But listen, guys, if you want us to be bringing you these tournaments and bringing you closer to the action, we need to get some more subscribers. Obviously, you guys tuning in right now have subscribed, or at least I do hope so. But spread the word. If you see a decent show from us, if you love a particular episode, particularly some of our weekly episodes that we have out there, make sure you spread the word on social media. Bald is best. Jake knows what I mean when I say bald is best. I'm sure. I just saw a bald dude. I don't know if he's in. I'm guessing he's in Nardi's team. I'm guessing you know, Jake, what I'm referring to as well in terms of the alternative commentary, which is a light relief on a Monday morning. Dominic Thiem here does level it up at 1-1. Basically, his first serve did the damage there, unreturnable, and now we're at 1-1. Yeah, I mean, listen, this, yes, indeed, yeah, Jake. But Jake, have you seen the alternative commentary Twitter account on Twitter? I mean, this is a pretty open tournament. Tsitsipas, number 1 seed, I guess, has to be the favorite despite his sketchy form. I'm just having a quick look to see exactly who else is in the draw. Let's have a quick look to see what's going on. Yes, Hanfman won in straight sets today. Varias knocked out Marozsan in straight sets, albeit it was very close. 2 straight sets. Yeah, poor old Gasquet losing in straight sets too. Shevchenko, by the way, he was pretty pumped today in his win. And Carballes Baena, by the way, bageled Pericard in the first set and then went on to lose the match in 3. So that's pretty special feat. A nice ace there for Nardi to bring up 30 love. Yeah, so just having a quick look at some of these results from earlier in the round of 32. But there's none of these players that should really scare Dominic should he go deep. I mean, even Tsitsipas, he pushed him in Madrid. I mean, I don't literally mean he pushed him. I mean, he ran him close. I don't mean they end up getting into some fisticuffs. I wonder if Elena knows that expression. Fisticuffs. I didn't see the blocks have. Well, I saw the tie break actually, and that's about it. I was at the gym, and then getting my takeaway, and basically I was just in the middle of my takeaway watching that tie break, and I was thinking, well, I'm quite happy for the match to finish, but I wouldn't mind the tie break going on a bit longer to give me a bit more time to eat my dinner. But I've almost finished. Probably the next break and play, I will probably just finish off the job. Luca Nardi there trying to finish off the job at the net, but he didn't do so. So it's 30 all. Yeah, Marozsan, of course, I would expect him to have more success on the clay. However, he did have some good hard court results during the Asian tour. So, Asian swing, perhaps I should say. Oh, fisticuffs, Elena. Okay, fisticuffs. Jake, if you're still with us, explain what fisticuffs means. And if you don't explain within the next couple of minutes, I'll do so myself. 30 all, anyway. Good first serve there from Nardi, bringing up 40-30. Dominic Thiem, I think last I saw was 86 in the world. That's his current ranking. So he should be probably okay for Australia in terms of qualifying automatically without needing a wild card, which I'm sure the previous finalist would get. Oh yeah, I saw Felix Auger-Aliassime one today. He's somebody as well, a bit like Dominic and a bit like Tsitsipas that's probably in need of some good results. And Luca Nardi has indeed held serve. So we will take a short break. And it looks like Jake has more or less just explained exactly what fisticuffs mean. So see you in 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Bringing you even closer to the action, which I'll be definitely doing from Monastir and at the end of the week. Dominic Thiem has already taken a 15-love lead, by the way, although he has just gone long there, so an unforced error from the Austrian, meaning 15 all. Yeah, fisticuffs is a bit like fighting. Throwing your fists, throwing your cuffs, and stuff. Yeah, so earlier I said that Thiem pushed Tsitsipas in Madrid, but obviously not literally. Thiem coming into the net. It's enough to throw Nardi, who errs, and it's 30-15. If you hear any noise in the background, that's my washing machine. Get my washing done before Tunisia. First serve into the net from Dominic. Yeah, I mean, so, I don't know. I mean, just looking at the draw and who's in the draw and who's not. Jan Struff is the second seed. Despite missing quite a large chunk of the last few months, he's managed to hold on to a 23 in the world ranking. I mean, he had a great first half of the season, but sadly had to pull out of Wimbledon at the last minute, and we haven't really seen much of him since. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot for Thiem to be scared of. I mean, Gasquet's gone. Of course, he's got to win this match today, which will be nothing easy. Halles has had a pretty good year. Van der Zandschulp, his year just sort of fell apart from the minute. Really, he had I think he had championship points, didn't he? Maybe even a double break in Banja Luka up on Holger Rune there. There's old Dominic. Are you a Dominic team fan, Elena? Yeah, fingers crossed. That was a pity that Ons had to pull out, but that's tennis. Okay, team to serve at 40-30, goes down the tee. Good return, to be fair, because it was a good serve. And the drop shot is just too much for Nardi in the end, so he does hold serve. 2-all. 2 games all. Let's get that score up for you. Luca Nardi is 15 love up on his serve. Of course, unlike the women, the men's race to the end of year finals is still very wide open with 4 of the 8 slots confirmed. But the women, of course, all 8 have been sealed. Partially because, of course, it's a little bit earlier in the year in terms of, I think it begins end of October, doesn't it? So it's a little more likely that in the middle of October, the women's 8 are confirmed. Whereas obviously with the men being middle of November, I think there's still 4 places yet to be confirmed, albeit that I think Tsitsipas and Rublev must be pretty close. Probably a title here for Tsitsipas. I guess he's losing his Stockholm points, Tsitsipas, from last year. I mean, this is obviously not the race now. I'm just talking about the rankings in general. But he'll lose his Stockholm points, but if he makes the final, it should equal itself up. But of course, if he wins the title, it'll be even gaining a few points. But in terms of the race of the 2 in, of course, it's slightly different. But I would imagine a title here should just about seal the deal. And I would think Rublev is very, very close as well. And a very comfortable hold from Luca Nardi in the end with some really good serves and a lovely forehand as well. And Luca Nardi holds. So I will take a short break just so I can finish my dinner. Speak to you in about 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
I can confirm dinner is done. Unlike the washing machine. So, we are still on serve. Dominic team, 2-3. Come on, Dominic, fiddling around. You've got some balls to hit. Let me know in the live chat where you're tuning in from. I'm in Western Germany, but maybe some of you in far more sunnier climes. So Thiem to serve, 18 minutes on the clock. We've yet to have a break point in the match. Both players fairly comfortable on serve, although saying that, Nardi does win the first point of this 6th game because of a double fault from Dominic. So tomorrow we've got Dominic Stricker up against Botic van der Zandschulp. And we'll also have Arthur Fies against Marc Lachal or Lajal. Maybe I'm saying that wrong. I think Damien is going to bring us coverage of Arthur Fies against Marc. So, yeah. Tomorrow afternoon, at least tomorrow afternoon here in Europe. But if you're in the US in the morning. Some good backhand defense there from Dominic Thiem. But some good volleys at the net from Luca Nardi. And in the end, it's Dominic Thiem who errs with the forehand into the net. Best rally of the match, that. Both players were on the back foot at one point. And Dominic really should have done better. Probably with that penultimate point. It was a fairly easy passing shot after a short volley from Nardi. And now there is a bit of pressure on the serve at love 30. Oh, we've got Bublik in action tomorrow as well. Dominic Köpfer too. Yeah, I guess we won't see the big guns as in Steph and Struff until maybe until Thursday then. We'll see. First serve from Dominic forces an error from Nardi, so it's 15-30. So is not Tsitsipas not in action tomorrow? I see he's in doubles action tomorrow anyway. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? So here's the order of play for tomorrow. And yeah, I think we'll probably bring you Arthur Fies, Marc Lachal in the afternoon. Oh, that's cool, Keith. Make sure you hit the like button. Oh, you have hit the like button. Thanks, Keith. Great to have somebody new on board. Keep the comments coming. Who are you supporting? Who's your favorite player? But yeah, I think Stefanos won't be in action until Thursday. So I guess it'll be last 16 Thursday. Then quarterfinal Friday. Yeah. Oh, well. I'm hoping to catch a night match in Tunisia on Thursday because I don't land until the evening. But fingers crossed there'll be a night match. See how the order of play is. Otherwise, I'll just have to settle for quarterfinals on Friday. Anyway, Thiem did manage to get out of that little hole from love 30 down, get it to 40-30, but then it got to deuce, though, and now he's facing a third break point of the game. One of the issues was the backhand there going long. Yes, Keith, I think many of us are hoping, but I don't know if many of us are believing. And certainly here he's in a spot of bother. Yes, a very loose game here from Dominic. Hmm. Can he hold, though? Can he hold? They're exchanging forehands. Good backhand there from Nardi. But now it's on the forehand of each player. Ooh, Dominic pushing it there, getting close to the line. But it's, ooh, the defensive back forehand there didn't go out. Yes, it did. And Nardi breaks for 4-2. Chances kind of for both players in that rally. Both of them were pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Much like Dominic did to Steph in Madrid. But it's Nardi who breaks. Indeed he did, Elena. Indeed he did. Okay, Nardi to serve at 4-2 now. Goes down the tee and it's an ace. Nothing Dominic could do about that. 15 love. Stan Wawrinka winning today in Stockholm. It's a good straight sets win for him over Gosho. Dan Evans losing in Stockholm today. Not a great tournament for the Brits with Liam Brody as well going out in qualifying. Oh, yeah, I saw Karatsev lose, beating Tiafoe in Tokyo. Karatsev, such a funny player. You just don't know what you're going to get with him. Really don't. Anyway, Nardi here at 30-15. What about some of the results from Tunisia? What's going on there? Paolini beat Cornet in straight sets. Okay. That was certainly an interesting one. Trevisan losing in 3 sets to the wildcard Kava from Poland. Kava, by the way, I think that translates as coffee. Curiously enough. Dominic Thiem has got it to 30 all here on the Nardi serve, so it's a little sniff perhaps for the Austrian. Andreeva is in Monastir. I did not know that. And she has won 6-2, 6 love in her first round match. Didn't know Andreeva managed to get in there with a wild card. There we go. Shows you how much across the tournament I am. Team in a spot of bother here. A smash from Nardi doesn't quite do enough. Oh, what a lovely forehand pass there from Dominic Thiem. Got a little lucky with a net cord during that rally. A little bit of strapping on that wrist. I hope he's okay. Breakpoint Dominic Thiem. How's this one going to go down? Down the tee. Good serve there from Nardi, meaning juice. Down the tee again, but must have clipped the net, did it? Yes, I think it did. So it's a first serve still. Yes, what else in Monastir? So another wild card, Marchenko winning today over Basol Ribera. Mertens, yeah, beating the qualifier Ayala from the Philippines. Someone to keep an eye on, I would suggest. Certainly. Ayala, of course, a youngster, not just from the Philippines, but also from the Rafa Nadal Academy. Oh, that's a loose forehand there from Thiem into the net on the return. Oh, Fresh is out in Monastir. It's all happening in Monastir. Didn't know Andreeva that was there, though. That's interesting. Yes, indeed, she did. Yeah, you do, Elena, you do. And by the way, Luca Nardi is held for 5-2. Keith, I will address your question in a minute, but let's have a quick listen to what Coco Gauff told me earlier this year about her Grand Slam chances in 2023. You've been to the French Open final. Your breakthrough, at least standout result at the beginning of your career, was on grass against Venus. You've been very solid on the hard courts. Is there a slam in particular that you go, I think that's, if I'm going to get one, the first one might come here, there, or where?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everyone, I'm like, I think this is the first one. So I don't know. I mean, obviously now going to the French, I do have a lot of confidence on the surface. But I'm not really thinking about that. I feel like, in the past I was, and it gave me some like defeats that I feel like I shouldn't have lost, maybe more so my head. So going in now, I mean, I feel like, everyone could be the one, but I think I have to just take it a match at a time and just feel it out and enjoy it. I think when you focus too much on the destination, you don't enjoy the journey there. So now I want to focus more on the journey, and if the destination gets there, that's great.
Prophetic words, I would suggest, from the American there, bearing in mind how her 2023 has panned out. Not quite finished yet, of course. Who has had the best year on the women's tour? Sabalenka? At least in terms of consistency at the slams, making the semi-finals or further at all 4 slams is very impressive. But titles, just purely in terms of titles, bearing in mind there was 4 different winners at the slams. Iga, maybe? I mean, Iga's obviously picked up, how many 1,000s did she win? I mean, Sabalenka did win 1,000 in Madrid. So probably I would still go Sabalenka. And Sabalenka's world number 1 right now. But maybe the WTA finals will dictate. I mean, if Coco Gauff wins the WTA finals, I think you'd probably have to make a case for the American, despite the fact that the first half of the season until Wimbledon was underwhelming. Yeah, probably. I think you're right. Whoever wins that WTA Tour finals will have a big shout. Yep, good shouts there, Keith. By the way, Keith here is asking me about Alicia Parks. Yeah, she lost today. Yeah, she's a lot of fun. But it wasn't there an incident with her, Keith? To maybe a volatile incident, was there? Wondering with her. I like her a lot too, Keith, but she lost to Roos, that's right, in 3 sets. But I thought I heard something in that defeat to Roos that maybe she lose her temper. But she's got the big serve, and probably this time of the year could be a good time for her because indoor hard is a good surface for her. I think she did well post-Australian Open on the same surface, didn't she? So, yeah, Alicia Parks certainly indoor hard is where it's at for her. So if she doesn't do well during this period of the year, I say this period, of course, I mean, it's a lot of outdoor tournaments as well on the women's side, I know. Monastir is outside, for example, and so is the WTA Tour Finals and the Asian Swings outside. But she does tend to do well on the indoor hard. So perhaps we'll see how she gets on again in that sort of post-Australian Open swing. Good serving here from Dominic Thiem, bringing up 40-15. Yeah, she lost against Roos. I could be wrong, Keith. I just thought I saw something on social media. But maybe I'm wrong. I'm just looking for it right now, but I don't see anything, to be honest with you. She lost in 3 sets, yeah. But there's a lot of talent there, and of course her serve will get her out of a lot of trouble. Oh, David Samuels released a new Nuggets episode, so make sure you check that out. Yeah, she won in Lyon, didn't she? Earlier this year, I think. Anyway, Thiem here serving at 40-30, goes down the tee. It's going to be another serve, though. Okay, Dominic Thiem, 40-30. Got a game point for 5-3, or 3-5, I should probably say. Goes down the tee. Clip the net again, I think. Ooh, it was a wild first serve in the end there for Dominic Thiem, going way out. I think Parks has definitely top 20 potential, but might be a little early to say top 10. Let's check her ranking right now, actually. I could be way off in terms of her ranking. Yeah, so she's 54 at the moment. But, you know, she has a good 6 months, maybe even just a good period between now and that Lyon title that she's got to defend. Man, who knows? But when looking at the top 20, it's so stacked. I mean, if you're going into a 500 or 1,000 at the moment where there's 8 potential winners normally, let's say. If the Australian Open was tomorrow, you'd have to have Sabalenka as a contender, Swiatek as a contender, Goff as a contender, and Rybakina as a contender. Those 4 would be just obvious contenders. I would say Pegula would be in the next tier, probably along with Jabeur, maybe with Bukova too. Garcia's form has fallen off a cliff. We have actually got a set point here for Nardi, though, by the way, on the Dominic Thiem serve. So worrying times here at the end of this first set for the Austrian. Of course, he lost his serve on the 3rd break point in his previous service game, which has put him in this pickle. Good first serve there. Good forehand from Dominic Thiem. Good 1-2. Deuce. Yeah, I mean, Mukova, Ostapenko, Krejcikova. These are all players that are, in the sort of second group. Qinwen Zheng, maybe she will be in with a shout soon. Yeah. Plenty of players here who made semi-finals at Slams this year, such as Hazarenka, Haddad Maya, Magdalenette. All 3 of those made a semi-final at a Grand Slam this year. It probably won't be long before Svitolina's back in the top 20 as well. Got a game point now for Dominic Thiem. Advantage on his serve. He's a bit out of tune, yeah. For those of you just tuning in, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, do subscribe. Game point again here for Dominic Thiem. Oh, set point, my bad. Set point for Nardi. Double faults already so far from Thiem. That's cost him dearly, or could cost him dearly. But his serve there getting him out of a bit of trouble. And he ends up holding as a result of that good first serve. And it's 5-3. So at least he's making the Italian serve for it. If I remember at the end of this set, I will just have a quick look through some of our interviews from this year. So you can perhaps check them out. Also, make sure you check out a recent article we had on the Talking Tennis website from Elena regarding Roger Federer's 1-year anniversary since his retirement. I'm going to post that in the live chat right now. Article. Yeah, he survived for now. But it may just be a stay of execution. Because he's already up 15-love. A wild return from Thiem there. Here's that Federer article I've just posted. So yeah, there's one of the interviews I talked about. We did that almost a year ago, or about a year ago, with the authors Simon Cambers, I think it is, and Simon Graf. They did a book on Roger Federer. So if you're keen to learn a bit more about Federer, make sure you check out this article, but also their book and our interview with him or with them. Yeah, so there. All right, back to the present though, and Luca Nardi has just put a volley away for 30-15. Although Thiem has won the next point, so we're now at 30 all on the Italian serve. Just a quick update on what's going on YouTube right now. We have 8 people watching us and 16,000 are watching Piers Morgan. So there we go. Okay, 30 all now on the Nardi serve. So how are we going to go with this one? It's going to be a second serve because the first serve went wide. Where are you going to go with this second serve, Mr. Nardi? A bit of a loopy serve, that one. Not much of a kick on it. Ooh, he's pushing it close, but he's landing them in. Some slices now. Slicing and dicing. Just exchanging backhands here. Who's going to first? Oh, lovely forehand winner there from Nardi down the line. I think it might have actually been a backhand winner actually in the end. Indeed it was. I don't know why I said forehand. Lovely backhand winner down the line. It was tough. It was tough. It was tough. But he's pulled it off and he's got another set point. His first set point, though, on his serve. Good first serve from Nardi, and it's enough to win the first set. So, congratulations, Luca Nardi. You've won the first set. Uphill battle now for Dominic Thiem. So when we have a quick look at some of the things that we've been up to this year, what have we been doing? So I'm just going to share this screen with you right now so you can see some of our previous videos. Somebody such as Keith, for example, maybe you're not familiar or you haven't been familiar with our channel until today. We've been going over a year, but we do lots and lots of different stuff, Keith, on the channel. So make sure you also check us out on our YouTube channel, which is here. For those of you watching elsewhere, you can copy and paste that link and make sure you hit subscribe. And you can check out some of the stuff that we've been up to over the last year. We are also on Facebook, as Keith is aware, of course, and many other people. Make sure you can join us as well for our live shows on there. But sometimes we do non-live shows, which I'm just going to show you around right now. And we post videos on YouTube. So here is a 2-minute clip from an interview that we did with Tony Nadal earlier this year. In fact, I'm going to play that clip to you right now. If there's one match from Rafa's story where you think that was a missed opportunity, there was a big chance.
There have matches,
2
or 3 in Australian Open. No more. We lose the opportunity in Wimbledon against Djokovic in semi-final.
2018.
Then we lose the opportunity more important because that was semi-final. We lose the opportunity in Australian Open. In the Australian Open 2014, 2012 and 2017.
Yeah.
In 14 because he has an injury against Wawrinka that before he had never lose against him. Then with Djokovic and Federer, he had breakup in the 5th.
Yeah.
And 40-30 or the 30-50, I don't remember well. It was a ball very close, goes up. But this is what happened. There was in Roland Garros 2009. Of course, he I am sure that he won. He won this tournament when he has no problems in his knee, because at this moment he was the best. He won Australian Open, then he won the tournaments on clay, and he arrived with problems in Roland Garros. For this reason, in my opinion, he loses. But there are others time that maybe he has to lose and he won.
Yep. So that's the full interview that we did with Tony Nadal. Sorry, that's the clip from the full interview we did with Tony Nadal earlier this year. Both the clip and the full interview are available on YouTube. So yeah, here's some of the stuff that we've been up to. Some little news stuff there regarding Emma Raducanu that we've been doing. Plenty of interviews at tournaments as well. We had Vanch in San Diego, attending press conferences such as Krejcikova, Kenin, and many, many more. On Jabeur, Emma Navarro, and many, many others. So yeah, that's just some of the stuff we've been up to this year. Back to the present, where Dominic Thiem is serving at 15 all. Having lost the first set 6-3. Couple of sort of loose-ish service games. He got away with one, having saved a break point or two. But in the other game where he faced 3 break points, just wasn't able to quite do it. Lovely volley there, Dominic, though. Lovely volley, 30-15. Indeed, 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 Elena. Are we going to see a 3-setter in this one? And Dominic would like to do so. That's for sure. Will Dominic Thiem ever make a second week of a slam again? There was a mishit shank there from Nardi, meaning we got to 40-15. Oh, thank you very much for the donation, Zainab. Much appreciated. Are you the Zainab that's based in Canada and the Andy Murray fan? Am I right? I could be wrong on that one, but I could be right. Another double fault from Dominic Thiem. A question here regarding Luca Nardi. Yeah, I mean, there might be a couple of reasons. You haven't heard a lot about him. I mean, he's never broken inside the top 100, much like Liam Brody until a few weeks ago. So his current ranking is 133, but he is close to his career high, which he achieved just under a year ago, which is 126. So, I mean, a deep run or two during this indoor season in Europe, and you never know. And he's just 20 years old, of course, so plenty of time for him to crack that top 100. Liam Brody, of course, it took him a decade to do it, so yeah. For those reasons, I guess he's not so well known on the tour, Keith. Yes, I think so, Elena. I think so. A game point now here for Dominic Thiem, though. Hey, Jane. Quite a few regulars now stopping by. Much appreciated. The tones of Thiem will be sounding a little bit better right now as he holds serve. A bit of a, not a scare, but yeah, it wasn't the easiest of holds, but he does manage to hold. I didn't see it, Jane. Do tell all of us in the chat, because we've got quite a few people in the chat right now. Zainab and Keith, and just want to say again, thank you, Zainab, for the super sticker. You can also become a member as well. In fact, I should pin that in the live chat. Let me do that for you right now. Let me just pin this in the live chat. I'll just post it, actually, so that way on Facebook you can see it too. So if you do want to become a member of the channel, just click there. I'll take you to our membership and you can help support the channel. As I say, we are covering tournaments thick and fast. Jane, who wasn't here earlier, or at least I didn't see you earlier, I've got some breaking news regarding Talking Tennis. We have been accredited for the WTA tournament in Monastir, and I can hear you say, but that's already started. Yes, it has. I won't be there until Thursday, but I will be covering the business end of that tournament close up. Hopefully plenty of interviews and press conferences and other footage coming this way. So stay tuned for that. And I got an accreditation confirmed today for the Billie Jean King Cup in Seville. So I'll be bringing you very close to the action for those two tournaments, as well, of course, as plenty of watch-alongs and interviews and reviews and reactions. Of course, we have weekly shows, WTA Weekly and ATP Weekly as well. So all the usual stuff. Nardi here, quite comfortable on his serve. In fact, very comfortable as he holds for one game all. thanks to an ace, among others. And he holds for 1-1, so fairly comfortable. So if I just share this screen with you right now, you can see a lot of the stuff that we've got. We've got a San Diego roundup there from all the stuff that Vanch provided. Birmingham, where Nick and Jamie were there. Jamie was in Surbiton. Wimbledon, some stuff there. Some, of course, we've got our WTA and ATP weekly playlist there too. Tennis interviews. Let's have a quick look to see what we've got in this little one here. Probably some good stuff here. Yeah. So if we see here, we've got Liam Brody, who we interviewed earlier on this year. We've got the data guy for Antwerp and Arina Sabalenka. Sofia Shapatova as well, interview with her. Also interview there with Dave Samuel. That interview I mentioned before as well with the Simons regarding their book. Craig O'Shaughnessy, Pam Shriver, John Wertheim, Michael Stich, Boris Becker, tournament director, Andres Gomez, of course, a French Open winner. We spoke to him earlier on this year, and many, many more. Tony Nadal, for example, as well, among our interviewees from this year. Well, that is a Draper issue, right? In terms of running out of gas, so to speak. By the way, talking of which, Dominic Thiem is blowing a little bit right now at 15.30 on his serve. He was love 30, though, so at least he's won the next point for the Austrian. Thanks largely to that first serve down the tee. Backhand slices here from Thiem. And the net cord didn't do Nardi any favors in the end. And Thiem won that point. Yes. Please do hit the like button. How many likes are we at on YouTube right now? Somebody let me know in the live chat. So regarding this Draper match, Jane here, a little bit of commentary from her. Draper was making some great shots. Demon was doing his usual Jack Rabbit impression. Before even reading that, I was actually thinking of usual sort of busy self kind of thing. He's always a busybody in the nicest possible way. Second and third set tiebreaks is a real scrap. There we go. Well, will this turn into a scrap? Dominic Thiem has held for 2-1. By the way, I was just going through some of our videos there. Boris Becker, we didn't interview Boris Becker, but we did interview John Batsek, the director of that documentary. In fact, he's also worked on the David Beckham documentary as well on Netflix. So he's adding to his CV for sure. Now, whether Dominic Thiem will be adding to his CV today, I'm not so sure. Let's take a short break. What shall I play you right now? Well, let's play you this little promo for an interview we did with the data guy behind Antwerp and Arina Sabalenka. Yeah, so that was an interview we did earlier this year. What's the music from in this promo? Well, it's a secret, Elena, a secret. Yeah, Nole's Doctor. So many from this year that I could highlight. We cover wheelchair tennis. We cover doubles as well on a regular basis. Hopefully, we'll have plenty more interviews in the coming months and even years as well. Liam Brody. We've had some shorter interviews, but interviews all the same with Pavlyuchenkova and Laura Sigmund. Lovely return there from Dominic Thiem, bringing up 15 all, by the way. Yeah, we've had some one-on-one interviews when we've attended these tournaments, of course, which have been pretty cool. John Wertheim, as I said, we spoke to him about a year ago. Jeff Ryan, the tournament director for Winston-Salem. We also spoke to the tournament director in Birmingham, Andreas Gomez, the French Open winner, interview there. We did a wonderful one on tennis psychology with a psychologist, a sports psychologist from a couple of months ago. Pam Shriver's been on, I think, 3 times, I'll say. Blair Henley as well. Mark Petchy. As you mentioned, Djokovic's doctor from earlier on this year. Renee Stubbs has been on the show. John Batsek, as I mentioned, the director of the World versus Boris Becker. Birmingham tournament director Yelena Ostapenko. Michael Stich, Wimbledon winner, of course, in 91, who beat Boris Becker in that final. We had a one-on-one as well with Julin, Anastasia Potapova, Laura Sigmund, Elena Avanesian. These are all one-on-ones. Craig O'Shaughnessy's been on, I think, 3 times maybe over the last 12 months. Yeah. Tatiana Maria, Zizou Bergs, Gil Gross, Katie Swan, Andy Murray, although the Andy Murray one was a press conference, so it doesn't quite count, really, that one. But, yeah. Lestien, we spoke to a guy as well, a sports injury expert regarding Rafa Nadal's travails on that front. Laura Sigmund, did I mention her, friend of the show? Oh, maybe I should get back to the tennis because Dominic Thiem has a break point. Forehand there down the line from Dominic. Oh, no, it's Dominic on defense. Sorry, so it's deuce. But he's got another break point, as Gerald highlights. Gerald, please do hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe on YouTube. We're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Nardi has saved that break point, though, and now has a game point of his own. It's a really good first serve down the tee there to bring up that game point. We are very close to 3,300 subscribers. It'll be good to get to 5,000 before the end of the year. What are we on now? Yeah, 3,327. Forehand return from Dominic. Forehand Dominic down the line. It's a really good shot, bringing up deuce. Can we get 3 more subscribers to hit 3,330 before the end of the... Let's see if this shows. There you go. That's our subscriber count. Yeah. Should just leave that there. Come on, people. Click subscribe. And Nardi will not be subscribing to Talking Tennis right now because he's playing a tennis match and he has held serve for 2 games all. I know. Jethro's been working. I did text him today, actually. I don't think we've seen Jethro since before the US Open, I think. Two games all after Dominic Thiem goes long on the backhand return. 1 hour, 4 minutes on the clock. Let me know where you're all tuning in from. Where did Keith say he was watching from? I remember various people saying where they were. I think Keith is in the US, but I could be wrong. He's mentioning some of his favourite players. Favourite player's always been Roger Federer, but now he likes Casper Ruud and Sebi Corda, among others, and he hopes that Rafa comes back soon. Fort Worth, Texas. Of course, Fort Worth, where you had the WTA finals last year. Not this year, though. It's going to be in Cancun. Okay, Gerald. That's good. Sorry. Okay, love 15 here on the Dominic Thiem serve. Be cool. Be like Gerald. And subscribe. Okay, Thiem to serve. First serve is into the net. Good return there, meaning love 30. Forcing the error from Thiem. Backhand return, slice. Then now here the forehand from Nardi. Forehand again, Nardi. Thiem in a lot of trouble here. Forehand from Thiem going cross court. Wonderful forehand winner there from Nardi down the line. Was in trouble throughout that rally, and we have 3 break points. Three break points for the Italian. And a break of serve here, and it'll feel like a long way back for the 2020 US Open champion. Thiem serves out wide, going in for the drive volley, and it works. Such a nervy shot, that one, but it works. 15-40. Still 2 more break points to save here. First serve is in to the forehand, and it's a good first serve out wide, and it's now 30-40. 1, 2 down, 1 to go. Thiem serving at 30-40. Out wide, but it's gone wide. So it's a second serve. Second serve here for the Italian to look at to break. Backhand return is good. Dominic on the defensive. Forehand, Dominic picks up. Oh, wow. Oh, if you want a lesson in how to turn defense into attack, there it was. That was almost prime Thiem. What a forehand cross-court winner. Deuce. Good question here from Vanch on Twitter. Your favorite 250, 500, 1000 and major. I would say ATP 250, Estoril. Ooh. ATP 500, good return there from Nardi, by the way, for another break point. ATP 500. Maybe Queens. Washington. Spring to mind. Masters, Indian Wells, probably. And Grand Slam, New York. Yeah. On the WTA, 500 WTA. Maybe Berlin, maybe. Oh, wow. What a return from Luca Nardi. Wow. Take a bow, my friend. 3-2. He leads now. 3-2. With a break. And it is a very, very steep hill now to climb for Dominic Thiem. Yeah, I was thinking Barcelona as well for the 500, at least on the ATP side. A Grand Slam New York, though. That's the easiest one for me to answer. US Open. ATP 250 Estoril, because I have a lot of fond memories of my time there this year. It's the beginning of the European summer where I reside. The weather's pretty good. It's in a really cool part of the world on the Mediterranean coast of Portugal. So, yeah, pretty good weather. There's some lovely walks along the coast there as well. So that is a highlight for me there, the ATP 250 in Estoril. WTA 250. I mean, I'm not going for indoor tournaments pretty much all the way through, just because I'm also thinking about the fan enjoyment, if you like. And so, for example, the Paris-Bercy, it's not a great fan experience, in my opinion. Yeah. All right. Listen. Let's just have a quick break, and I'll be back with you in about 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember.
And we are back because the players are back. And as you can see, Luca Nardi has raced into a 40-love lead. So he has 3 game points. Yes, indeed. Indeed. For the 1000, by the way, I do like the Monte Carlo kind of scenery. But the problem with Monte Carlo is it's extortionate. So, yeah. I'll go Indian Wells for both the 1000s anyway, for men and women. I mean, it's a 1,000 where they play together, so it's great. And it's probably the fifth slam, right? I guess. Rome's not bad, but the weather this year was sucked. But yeah, it's good in terms of the history. And of course, you've got men and women playing there together as well. And yeah. Okay, Dominic Thiem been getting it back to 40-30, having faced 3 game points. He's a breakdown in this second set. So as I said before, it's a long way back, obviously, a set and a breakdown. It was a double fault, by the way, to get it back to 40-30 from Nardi. We've also got a poll as well on who you think's going to win this match, but I guess that's pretty clear right now in terms of who's the likely winner. %74% went for Dominic Thiem. But right now, that's a pipe dream, I would suggest. Look, there's the poll. Good return there from Dominic. Good forehand, Dominic, bringing it back to deuce. So there's life in the old dog yet. It's a good return from Dominic. A good serve, to be fair, from Nardi. Thiem did well to get his racket on it. Never mind, get such depth. And in the end, lovely forehand winner. So he's at deuce. Ooh, that was nearly a fault. Coming into the net. A volley. Thiem is going to win the point. He does. He's got a break point. Oh, Dominic. Dommy. Whew. Yeah, I think it's probably time to close this poll. Breakpoint Dominic Thiem. How are you going to do on the return here? First serve is a fault. Second serve. How's your nerve, Senor Nardi? Backhand return from Dominic. Forehand Nardi is wide, and Dominic Thiem breaks. So maybe it's time to keep that poll alive a bit longer. Dominic Thiem has broken serve. Can you believe? Backhand return. Forehand now into the net. So it's 15 love for Dominic Thiem. And it's soon to be 30 love for the Austrian. So are we seeing a bit of a change in fortune? Oh, okay, Zainab. I do apologize. There must be a couple of you out there, but thank you for tuning in. And thank you for the slightly delayed response. So you're based in Chicago and you're a Rafa and a Coco fan. And thank you for your support. Much, much, much appreciated. Wow, Dominic Thiem turning it around. How about that? Yeah, you're probably right there a bit, Elena. His posture has been a bit negative. But if he can win this set, I think his demeanor will be much, much more encouraging. And there's the pole that I'm going to keep alive a bit longer. I was going to close it. If Nardi had held for 4-2, I would have closed that pole. But as it is, Dominic Thiem has actually won the game and so leads 4-3. What a turnaround. Was on the brink. Just pinning in the live chat the opportunity to become a member where you can get exclusive footage, perks as well for the live chat, among other things. And of course, you'll be helping to support the channel. So I've just pinned that in the live chat. What video shall I play you next? Let's have a quick look. It was a lovely swing volley indeed. Let's have a quick look back on the last 7 days in women's tennis, shall we? So that was our little promo for the WTA Weekly, hosted by Nick, and this week's guest was Vanch. By the way, Luca Nardi has raced into a 40-love lead, so the tide would appear to be stemmed, at least for now, as he looks to try and level things up at 4-all, and in fact, he does so. In fact, it's kind of bizarre that he got broken serve, really, because he was holding serve so comfortably before and since. But there we go. Tis tennis, ladies and gentlemen. Tis tennis. Excellent serving from Luca Nardi there to make it 4 games all. Yep, so that was a little promo for WTA Weekly, which, of course, the clue is in the title. It's about the WTA Tour, and it's every week. We also have an ATP Weekly as well, hosted by Damien and Mario. Both those shows normally go out on a Sunday or a Monday, basically whenever the finals have been done. So it depends on which part of the world we are in. But when the finals are done, we have a weekly show for both the women's and the men's tour. So, of course, we'll be bringing you a show probably on Sunday night. I would imagine when all the tournaments have concluded. This coming Sunday, we'll have shows for the WTA Weekly, but also ATP as well. Good serve there from Dominic Thiem, bringing up 15-love. And in fact, he soon raced into a 30-love lead. Love is not what I require. I require just a like. So please hit the like button on Facebook and on YouTube. Click like. Thank you very much. 40-love now for Dominic Thiem, so it could be another comfortable service game here as well. Good first serve there, bringing up an unreturnable. And yes, on YouTube, of course, just hit the subscribe button. Looks like we're going to have a change of ends pretty soon. Ace down the tee there for Dominic. And he has held serve 5 games to 4 with consummate ease. So I do think it's probably time that we took a short break. Very quick one, I know, because it's not long since we had our last break, but we will take another short break and we'll be back with you in about 60 seconds.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
All things tennis, ladies and gentlemen. We have Nardi to serve at 4-5. So he's serving to stay in the set. Forehand Nardi into the forehand of Dominic. Forehand Nardi. Backhand across court from Dominic. Backhand to backhand right now. They are hitting this with some velocity. Good forehand, that one from Luca. Good forehand again from Luca. Dominic on the defense. Good depth there on the slice. Some good slices from both players, to be fair. Wow. And it's Dominic Thiem who goes long finally. 15 love. Good rally, that. Good rally. Still got our poll to vote in. I'll keep that alive for a bit longer because things are far from dusted here. Nice ace there from Luca Nardi. Sometimes I get Nardi and Arnaldi muddled up. And he's raced into a 40-love lead here. So he's got 3 game points. He's going to seal the game. Run around forehand return is long from Dominic Thiem, so it's 5 games all. Indeed, very comfortable on serve, Elena, with the exception of 1 game. And there we go. Okay. Nardi to serve here. Sorry, it's Dominic Thiem to serve. What am I talking about? Loose volley there from Dominic. Of course, Dominic was a breakdown in this set, so he was a set and a breakdown. He's really only had a look once on the Nardi serve, and on that one occasion he had a look. He took it. So, yeah, that's why we're at 5-5. And we're now at 15-15 on the Dominic Thiem serve. Blocked return there from Nardi, and he's gone long with the backhand there as well. So it's 30-15 Dominic Thiem. (30-15) to the Austrian. Where are you going to go with this serve? You are going out wide, and you're going to force the unreturnable, if you like. 40-15, 2 game points for Dominic Thiem for a 6-5 lead. Blocked return. Backhand slice there from Nardi. Forehand from Dominic. And it's a backhand goes long. So we are now at 6-5. As they sit down. 6-5. So, how about that? We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back with you for the conclusion of this set. Let's have a quick listen to Aryna Sabalenka talking to me earlier on this year after her title in Madrid. There were some Australian Open final vibes for me today, and I was looking at a couple of comparisons. Australia was 2 hours, 28 minutes. Today was 2:26. I'm sure you weren't aware of that. But I tell you, 4 championship points. Does that sound familiar? And were you thinking of it during that last game?
Actually, yes, I was thinking when I was down with the break in the last game, I was thinking, okay, I did it at the Australia Open, so probably I'll be able to get this win this time again, and it's actually helped me to stay focused and to have this belief in myself. And yeah, definitely this match reminds a lot of Australia Open match.
There you go. Just goes to show that if you've been there, done it, and worn the T-shirt, it helps. It helps. Okay. I'm not sure if it'll help Dominic Thiem, bearing in mind he's certainly been there, seen it, and worn the T-shirt with that US Open win in 2020, but I don't know if that'll help him in the first round in Antwerp. Nevertheless, he is in a much better position than he was 20 minutes ago. What a forehand passing shot, Dominic Thiem. Wow, wow, wow. Love 15 on the Nardi serve. Backhand return from Dominic. He's very deep. Forehand Dominic. This is a huge point. Love 30, and he'll be at a smeller third set. Oh, and the backhand goes into the net from Nardi. It's love 30. It's love 30. And Dominic Thiem, from being on the brink at 3-2 down and a breakdown, is now 2 points away from winning this second set and forcing a decider. Okay, so Nardi to serve. Into the net on the first serve. So it's love 30, second serve. Very tame serve there. Forehand return. Forehand Dominic to the forehand of Nardi. Ooh, that was a loose forehand, but he's got away with it. Drop shot from Nardi is not enough, but it could well put him in position to win the point. Yes, it does. 15-30. 15-30. That was a good point. It was I say a loose shot during that rally. It was a kind of a mishit from Nardi that actually landed in and actually put him in a pretty good position. The sort of slice drop shot was not ideal, but it did force him into a situation which helped him win the point, which of course is the most important thing. 15-30. Backhand return from Dominic, clips the net and goes out. 30 all. So, game point to serve up a possible tiebreaker or set point. What is incoming? One of those two scenarios is coming, but which one is it? We're about to find out. Sit tight, ladies and gentlemen. 30 all. And with this serve, you go out wide. Dominic Thiem, forehand return, but he's so deep there that Nardi had a fairly easy forehand put away. 40-30. That might work on a clay court, my friend, but indoor hard, Okay. Nardi then with a game point to serve to force a tiebreaker. Goes down the tee. Forehand return from Dominic. Forehand again from Dominic. Backhand from Nardi. Lands in, but it was close. But then it was really good depth from Thiem, forcing the error. Into the net, Nardi goes, and we are at deuce. We're at deuce, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, the crowd is yawning, and I'm doing likewise. But the game is interesting. Don't be deceived. Down the tee, it's an ace. Game point, Nardi, to force a tiebreak. 7th ace of the match for the Italian. Okay, with this serve, you're going wide. Backhand return from Dominic. Backhand slice from Dominic. Ooh, that had low net coverage, that one. But that backhand was loose from Thiem, and we are going into a tiebreak. Second set tiebreak. So, full update. Nardi won the first set. Second set tiebreak. Here we go. Hang on to your coats, ladies and gentlemen. Things are about to get gusty. Thiem to serve. Just while we have a quick break, please hit the like button and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thiem to serve. Into the net on that first serve. Second serve, Dominic Thiem. Where are you going with this one? You are going to the forehand, and it's a loose forehand return. Clenched fist from Dominic Thiem. Probably knows he got away with that one a little bit because it wasn't the best of second serves. But the return couldn't match that, whatever it was. 1-0 Thiem. Nardi to serve. Slight frame, 20 years old. Down the tee, and it's long. Nardi yet to crack the top 100. Backhand return from Dominic. Forehand to forehand right now. Backhand Dominic cross court. Both of them going cross court. Thiem on the slice now. Good backhand there from Thiem, but it's not enough. Nardi does well. Backhand from Thiem is wide. 1-1. 1-1, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of votes, by the way, in that poll, which is still live. Second set tiebreak, 1 point all. Where's your money? Are we going to go to a decider, or is Nardi going to get this done in straight sets? The momentum was with Thiem, you would suggest? Backhand there from Thiem. Forces the error, although perhaps that was more of an unforced error than a forced error. 1 hour, 41 minutes on the clock. Thiem has a mini break advantage and leads 2-1 in the tiebreak. He has a mini break advantage. Takes a deep breath. 1 or 2 people get their phones out. Click, click, click. I don't know if smartphones click, but you know what I mean. I think for today, Vicky, I think it's certainly there for him. But long term, well, I think we all know where we're at. Good serve, forcing the unreturnable, 3-1. Where are you going with this serve, Dominic? 3-1. Going to the forehand. It's a good first serve. Now he should put this one away, and he does. 4-1. A healthy advantage for the Austrian now. 4-1 he leads. For the first time in about 6 months, the heating is going on in Germany. It's cold, ladies and gentlemen, here in Northern Europe. Winter arrived, or has arrived. So, off we go. Okay, backhand now is loose from Thiem. Should have done better. So it's 4-2. Still got the mini break advantage. For those of you just tuning in, I'm thinking of you, Vicky. Please hit the like button on this video. How many likes have we got, by the way? Did we get to 20 likes? 20 is always a nice figure for an ATP 250. 20 likes is enough for me. Well, it's not enough. 100 is not enough, but 20 is good. Okay, 2-4, Nardi to serve. Goes to the forehand of Dominic. Good 1-2, though. Really good. The return was a little bit short, and Nardi punished. So we're at 4-3. Thiem to serve. Not done yet regarding this set. Just 1 mini break advantage for the Austrian. Where are you going with this serve, Dominic? You are going down the tee, forcing the error, if you like. It's an unreturnable anyway. 5-3 Thiem. Trying to sound like the umpire. 5-3 Thiem. Goes down the tee, but wide. Now, where are you going with this one? Forehand Dominic. Lovely forehand winner. Really good forehand winner, that one. 6-3 Dominic Thiem. 3 set points for the Austrian. Eleanor there suggesting that Thiem has been braver than Nardi in this tiebreak. Quite possibly a slightly timid Nardi, and he's facing 3 set points. He would have been hoping for some match points at this point. Instead, it's set points for the Austrian. 3-6. 3 of them. Clips the net, so it's still going to be a first serve. I remember Zverev having 4 set points and not winning a set against a Senor Nadal. Good serve there in the end from Nardi. Now he's on the forehand. Doesn't put it away, though. And now he's on the defense. Being pushed around now by Thiem. Thiem goes down the middle, though, and perhaps sees the advantage and, in fact, ends up erring. He'll be annoyed with himself there for going down the middle with that forehand. On 2 occasions, the second went long. 6-4. Still got 2 more break points. 2 more set points, I should say. Second serve here for Dominic Thiem to look at. Forehand return is long. That was just me doing an impression of it going long. So frustrating, yeah. Okay, but he's still got 1 more set point. 6-5. Thiem serving here, 6-5. Set point. Number 3. First serve here for the Austrian, and he should be in good shape. He gets it. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I thought he did. Ooh. Okay, Thiem to serve. Backhand return. Backhand Thiem. Backhand now to backhand. Forehand now into the backhand of Thiem. Going across court. Oh, Dominic! Oh, dearie me. Mishit, misfiring, missed shot. And we're at 6-all. 3 set points gone a begging. And we're at 6-all. So we're going to have another changeover. Oh dear. Herr Thiem. So, 6-all. 3 set points come and gone. Thiem to serve. Can he get another set point, or is it going to be a match point for Nardi? Here we go. Good serve there from Thiem. Puts himself in charge. Lovely forehand. Clenched fist again for Dominic. 7-6. His 4th set point, but this time it's not on his serve. Like 3 of the 4, to be fair. Set point number 4. Nardi is going to serve. Down the tee into the forehand of Dominic. Forehand Nardi. Forehand Dominic. Forehand Nardi is a winner. And it's 7-all. 7-all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we've just gained a subscriber. So whoever you are, thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Okay. 7-all. Nardi to serve. And you are going into the forehand of Dominic. Backhand slice from Nardi. Backhand slice from Dominic. Good depth on that one from both players, to be fair. Slice again from Nardi. Forehand Dominic. Backhand is long from Nardi. And we've got a 5th set point for Dominic Thiem. This time, once again, he's got one on his serve. There's a kid in the crowd that's clearly on Team Thiem. So, set point number 5, Dominic Thiem. Where are you going with this one? You are going to the backhand. Forehand Thiem is a winner. And that's a lovely way to seal the set. 1 set all, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go into a decider. And while we wait for them to return to the court, so to speak, because they want to change over, we will take a short breather.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks, including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon, or Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
So yeah, did it on his 4th set, or his 5th set point. So we're going to go into a decider. And so this poll is still very much alive and kicking. I'm just looking at a tweet here from Vanch. I think it's from Emma Raducanu, yeah. Anyway, Nardi wins the first point of the deciding set on his serve, so he's up at 15 love. Just having a quick look at some of the stats here from the second set here. Nardi winning 1 from 4 breakpoint opportunities and Thiem 1 from 2. Thiem double faulting 3 times, whereas opponent did just once in that set. But most importantly, Thiem won it on the tiebreak, 9-7. First serve points 1 for Dominic Thiem, 85%. That's very healthy. Very healthy. And that's probably where he edged it in the end. In what was a 1 hour, 8 minutes, set. And that's 1 hour, 51 minutes altogether. In fact, they're now heading close to the 2-hour mark. Anyway, we're into a third set. So 1 set all. And that backhand is loose, so we're at 30 all. Wonder if we might see a little wobble here from Nardi, because he's now facing a break point. Is the Italian. So a little wobble here potentially. It's a good rally, this one, by the way. Oh, what a winner that was, though, to get break point there for Dominic Thiem with an excellent backhand down the line. Just wow. Okay, so break point here, Dominic Thiem, 30-40. What a turnaround this will be. Don't forget, he was 3-2 and a break down in that second set. He'd yet to force even a break point at that stage in the match. But he got one in that 6th game of the second set. He got 2, actually, and he took 1 of them. And that was kind of the turning point, potentially, in the match. Backhand return. Backhand slice now, clips the net there. So Thiem got a bit lucky. Thiem got very lucky. He apologizes because I think it did throw his opponent. Anyway, Thiem leads 1-love with a break. Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Dominic Thiem now up 1-love with a break of serve. Whew. What a turnaround. From 3-2 and a break down, he ends up winning the tiebreak 9-7. He squandered 4 set points, I think. 3 of which in a row because he was up 6-3. He ends up winning that second set 9-7. And now he's up an early break in the deciding set. So where's your money now, Twitter poll, or I should say YouTube poll? Very firmly in the Dominic Thiem area, but then it always kind of was. Let's see if we can get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be a nice milestone. Thiem here serving. They're into the rally now, and they're slicing away. Slice again from Dominic to the forehand, though, of Nardi. He's slicing really well there, Dominic, to be fair. But he's being made to work here. It's really being made to work. What low net clearance there on some of those slices, but not enough clearance on that one. Now it's on the forehand of Nardi. Nardi doing really well, pushing Dominic from left to right and back to left again. And love 15. There you go. Hamid, thank you for tuning in. Please do hit the like button, Hamid, and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thiem now back at 15 all with an unreturned serve. Okay, Thiem to serve here at 15 all. Backhand return, backhand slice from Dominic. Forehand from Nardi's too good. 15-30. What's going out there on Twitter right now? Somebody abusing Marcus Willis. Sofia has officially been announced, I see, as the replacement for Tel Aviv. Thiem and Nardi at 30 all, by the way. Dominic Thiem out 40-30. Was that a double fault? No. Just keep the net. So, game point here, Dominic Thiem for a 2-love lead. Mario's happy that Sofia is confirmed to be back in the calendar. Emil Rusevori, pleased with his win today. He says, good to be back on tour and in Stockholm too. Dominic Thiem backhand. Forehand now Dominic. Forehand Analdi. Analdi, I'm calling him Alnaldi. What am I doing that for? Nardi, I mean. Ooh, the slice from Dominic is into the net, so we're at deuce. Good win there for the 18-year-old. Funny here, tweet from Tennis TV. New kid on the blocks. Of course, a play on the 18-year-old surname. Blocks, Alexander, that is, winning today in his hometown of Antwerp. So that'll be nice for the Belgian. We're now at advantage Dominic Thiem. So we've got a game point here for 2-love lead. Goes down the tee, but goes wide. So second serve to look at. Backhand return has gone wide. It was a really good second kick serve there from Dominic Thiem. And Thiem leads. I repeat, Thiem leads 2-love now in this second set. Hola, Percy. La puse toda mi plata a Thiem. You put all your money on Dominic Thiem. Le puse toda mi quincena a Dominic. So you put all your money on Dominic, have you, Percy? Well, Percy, por favor, pulsa un like en el video, porfa. Y también, si puedes suscribir a nuestro canal, sería genial. Porque necesitamos 5,000 suscripciones o inscripciones hasta el fin del año. Y yo voy a Sevilla el mes que viene para el Billie Jean King Cup. Y no sé si Percy, si eres de España o eres de América del Sur, avísame en el chat, porfa. Okay, back to English though. Dominic Thiem, who is neither English nor Spanish, but does speak pretty good English, is in a pretty good shape now because it's 15-30 on the Nardi serve because of a volley that really should have been put away from Nardi, went long. Is the brain of Nardi not quite functioning with such clarity as it was, say, 40 minutes ago? For those of you just tuning in, Nardi was up 6-3, 3-2 with the break. But things couldn't be much worse from him now in that respect. Having ceded that break, lost the set, and then down a break now in the decider. Is it going to be 15-40 though? Let's see. They're in the middle of oh, wow. These slices from both players are mean. Oh, he's erred Nardi with the backhand. It's 15-40. Peruano. Gracias para venir, Percy. He estado en Perú una vez hace 6 años. Yo fui a Machu Picchu, a Lima también, porque he vivido en Chile. Pues durante este momento fui a Perú algunos días allí para disfrutar Machu Picchu. Y pulsa un like, porfa, en este video. Y si puedes suscribir, sería genial. That's a backhand error from Dominic Thiem on the return. And I will say that's an error. It's not an unreturnable. It was a very makeable return. And you can see he's frustrated and disappointed with that. 30-40. Second break point, though. Coming up. Thiem. Backhand return. It's good. Backhand again from Thiem. Backhand from Nardi. That's misfunctioned a couple of times today already at crucial points. Backhand now to backhand. They're just exchanging backhands. There's a slice from Dominic Thiem. Good depth there from the Austrian. Forehand now to forehand. It's the forehand that errs this time. And it's another unforced error from Nardi. And we have 3-love Dominic Thiem with a double break. I repeat, 3-love with a double break. Time for a break.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered. Whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
Well, it's not looking good now if you're an Italian Nardi fan, because Dominic Thiem leads 3-love and 15-love. It's a double break that the Austrian has. And the unforced errors right now of the Italians' rackets are being driven out left, right, and center. They are being sprayed left, right, and center. (15-love) Dominic Thiem. 15 all. So, Dominic Thiem, are your fans? Are you thinking about who he'll be playing in the second round? I think it might be Hanfman if he goes through. It's a lovely touch, little sort of volley or half volley there at the net there from Dominic. I think it'll be against Hanfman. I could be wrong. I think Hanfman lies in wait. Okay, forehand there. Lovely forehand cross court from Nardi. But it's not enough to win the point, although that helps though when Dominic errs like that on the forehand. So at 30 all. 30 all, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Thiem down the tee. It's long. It's long. So, going to want to keep this double break advantage lead, Dominic, but the forehand is wide there, as we see some gesticulation from Dominic Thiem. He's not happy. What's going out there in the Twitter sphere? X sphere. Oh, we've got some footage of just seeing some footage of what's his name? Holger Rune. There's a tweet from the Dane saying he's putting in the work. Look at this. Dominic Thiem, by the way, is held now for 4-love. And things are looking pretty rosy for the Austrian. Yeah. Albeit Nardi's got a 15-love lead now on his serve. I think he will today. Which, of course, is a big turnaround from where it was like an hour ago. But yes, I think he will today. And there's a possible deep run there for him. I mean, for me, Tsitsipas, Struff, yeah. I mean, Struff, of course, never won a title. I mean, yeah, someone's going to win a 250. Someone's going to win the two. Someone's got to win it. Short messages are good, Vicky. Short messages are fine. Vicky, how many likes have we got on this video? How many likes are we at? By the way, Nardi's raced into a 40-15 lead here on his serve, so he is at least looking quite good right now to get on the board in this set, and for sure to avoid the bagel. And indeed, Nardi holds for 4-1. So Thiem will serve at 4-1. See what's going on in the statosphere. Just got some of the confirmed players that will be in Cancun. Jessica Pegula's among them. Marketa Vondrousova as well, the Wimbledon champion. Karolina Muchova, who reached 2 Grand Slam semi-finals this year in Paris and in New York, will be there, as will Ons Jabeur. Of course, Ons Jabeur was in the Wimbledon final this year, as well as winning a 250 quite recently. Jabeur has been the only player in 2023 to reach a WTA level final on each surface. Charleston on clay, Wimbledon on grass, Ningbo on hard court. Not including the United Cup. There you go, versatile from Jabeur. Karolina Muchova is the player with the fewest WTA titles won before her first qualification to the WTA finals in the last 20 years. She's won just 1 title in Seoul in 2019. Level with Sakkari in 2021, who'd also only just won 1, but she's now won 2, having won in Guadalajara recently, Bouchard in 2014, and Petrova in 2005. Vondrousova will be the 6th left-handed to play the singles WTA finals this century after Sellers, Schneider, Kvitova, Kerber, and Safarova. Pegula is the player with the most hard court wins in 2023. This century, only 2 players from the US have won more in a year. Davenport in 2001 and Serena Williams in 2013. Anyway, back to Dominic. Thiem against Nardi. Thiem is serving, and it's a forehand winner to win the first point. Oh, good. 18. See if we can get to 20 before the end of the video. That's what I'm hoping for. So if Thiem wraps this up in 5 minutes, then we might not quite reach 20. Go lefties. Are you a lefty then, Vicky, in terms of tennis playing or writing? Good return there from from Nardi. I'm making the Nardi mistake so often today. Backhand slice from Dominic. Forehand from Nardi. Drop shot from Nardi. It's too good. Forcing the error. 15 all. So we're on 18 likes, are we, Vicky, on YouTube? It'd be good to reach 20. That's what we want to get. 20. That too much to ask? Oh. So, Thiem to serve. 15 all. Forehand return. Good return, that one from Nardi. Backhand slice from Dominic. That's a good depth there from Dominic. Now, though, Dominic's on the defense. But what great low net coverage there was on that slice from Dominic Thiem. Wow. (30-15) Dominic. Oh, you hit a baseball. Okay, 30-15, Dominic Thiem, 4-1, he leads. Backhand return, backhand Dominic, forehand. Now forehand Dominic Thiem, forcing the error. Basically, that was almost like a win of that one. 40-15 now, 2 game points for a 5-1 lead in this deciding set. Nardi's inexperience, did it count against him? Not sure. I think from the moment he got broken, a lot of belief went out of him. From certainly during this set, he's lacked belief. Spraying those unforced errors left, right, and center. Forehand return is long, and it's 5-1 Dominic Thiem. Nardi will serve at 1-5 to stay in the match. Almost my bedtime. Nardi 1-5. Backhand return. Forehand Nardi. Backhand into the net from Thiem. So 15 love. I don't know why I made that seem so dramatic. It's just a point for Nardi. He's 1-5 down. Well, Thiem is 4 points away from the match. Let's say that. Oh, nice 1-2 there from Nardi, though. 15 love. Did I say 15 love? I meant 30 love. It's getting late, ladies and gentlemen. Second serve here, though. 30 love. Backhand return from Dominic. Backhand slice from Dominic. Good depth there from Thiem. Good forehand there from, good shot there from Nardi. Forcing the error. 40 love. He has 3 game points. And now we are at 5-2. Dominic Thiem will serve for the match at 5-2. We'll take a quick 60-second break, and then we'll be with you for the conclusion of this match.
Thanks for tuning into this watch along. While there's a break in play, here's a reminder to hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Your support helps to keep the channel going. While we're here, you can now become a member to enjoy perks including badges for the live chat, but also bonus material such as interviews with top players from both ATP and WTA tours. The membership link is pinned in the live chat. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. So whether it be serves or volleys, forehands or backhands, serve bots or drop shots, we've got you covered, whether that be via our website, talking-tennis.com, where you can read features and interviews from our top writers. Or if you prefer us in audio form, you can subscribe to our podcast on Apple, Amazon or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts from. Remember, we offer you wall-to-wall coverage via our regular watch-alongs, magazine shows such as Nick's WTA Weekly or Damien and Mario's ATP version. Plus, we deliver top content from people on the ground, actually at the tournaments, so you get even nearer to the action. So, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all things tennis.
So, as you can see from the scoreboard, Dominic Thiem is serving for the match. He lost the first set 6-3. He seemed out of it in the second to break down, but he broke back, won the tiebreak 9-7, and now leads 5-2 here with a double break. But first point goes the way of the Italian, Nardi, so it's love 15. Forcing the error. Thiem goes long, but it was forced. Love 15. Please hit the like button because we could be just seconds away from finishing this video and you don't want to miss out on hitting that like button. Like. Let's see if we can get to 25 likes before the end of the stream. Thank you, Zainab, as well, by the way, for the super chat. Thank you for donating to the channel to help keep us going through these cold winter European months. Love 15, Dominic Thiem. Backhand return from Nardi is good. Forcing the error, I would argue. It was a good return. Love 30. Oh, yeah. Nice to see Min Chi in the chat as well. Go Domi, she says. Min, make sure you hit the like button. What a winner that is from Dominic Thiem down the line. 15-30. Ooh. Thiem first serve, a really good first serve, 30 all. 2 points away now from victory. Down the tee, and it's an ace. 40-30, match point, Dominic Thiem. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. To the delight of various members of the crowd. 5-2, 40-30, Dominic Thiem. Match point. Over 2 hours now, well over 2 hours into this match. 2.5 hours almost. It's a great first serve, but a good block return. Oh, and the block there from Nardi. The defensive shot didn't work. And it's game, set, match. Dominic Thiem. He wins in 3 pulsating sets. Wow. Thiem comes back. From a set and a break down to beat Nardi in 3 sets. 6-2 in the third. Let's do that. Well, a little painful for Nardi, I would suggest. A little painful for the Italian, that one. Down a set and a break, as I said. Although, looking at this image, you wouldn't realize that Dominic Thiem had won, would you? Anyway, he gets it done, as you said. Éxitos, amigo. In other words, success. Gracias por la transmisión. Let's listen to what Dominic Thiem has to say. He's chatting right now to the on-court commentator.
It's pretty fast conditions.
Says it's fast conditions out there.
We both started well. I needed a little bit to adjust to the surface, to the whole game, and I was just setting the break down, and then I was able to turn it around.
But how?
A great tie break, which got close at the end again, and then third set was really good, and very happy.
Yeah, your level improved during the match. I remember a little bit the same last year. You also had some tough matches, but you made it to the semifinals.
So a year ago, you got to the semis.
Matches go on, like you feel better and better.
Yeah, definitely. Last weeks were not so easy. I didn't have that great result.
Please hit like, Fabian.
That is not that's why it's
on Facebook.
difficult against all those great players in those events. And was not an easy first round, but I was fighting through. Also playing much better in the third set. And,
Said you played much better in the third set.
Build on that for the second round.
And he's hoping to build on that for the second round.
The next round, well done today.
Way. Okay, so yes, Vicky, I will indeed. Dominic Thiem seals his spot in round 2. That brings today's Talking Tennis episode to a conclusion. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. We will bring you live tennis again tomorrow. Good, Vicky. I'm glad we got to 20 likes. I hope that Minchi, I hope you hit the like button. And I hope everyone else who's watching on YouTube or on Facebook hits the like button. And if you are tuning in on YouTube, hit subscribe. We'll be back with you with some more live tennis tomorrow. I'm going to be heading to Monastir on Thursday for the WTA 250, so we'll be covering that. We'll be also bringing you other coverage of plenty more tournaments for the rest of the year. So, everybody, you know the drill. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.